last note. Very last note on the page. Play and hold, ready, and. Good. We can jump to measure 50. You just keep doing that over and over again until you see me do this sign against up here, okay? So once you see this, then we know we're jumping to 50, okay? I'm going to do that, and you're going to see it too. Graduates are going to come here. I'll start thinking about it when I see the last two graduates hit the sidewalk right there. I'll start thinking about where we're at, getting us to jump, okay? Everything else is the same. Woodbury Fanfare, we just repeat about 3 times until we see them all come off. They will be going right through here when they are done.
Good morning, folks. We're going to be beginning in just a few minutes. If you can, be sure that the sidewalks are clear all the way around and this way. We're going to have to clear the sidewalks because the graduates will be using them. We'll be starting promptly at 10:30. Good morning and welcome to the commencement exercises. I'd like to begin today by welcoming our faculty and dignitaries. Accompanied by the high school band under the direction of Dr. Bouchard, please welcome the Nonawag High School class of 2023. Let's hear it for all 162 Nottawa grads. Please stand for the national anthem, which will be performed by the Nottawa High School Concert Band, Concert Choir, and String Orchestra.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets made glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing as Mallory Tomkowski leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mallory. Good morning to all of you. My name is Pam Sorty, and I am the principal of Nottawa High School. It is a pleasure to welcome parents, family members, friends, teachers, and most of all, our graduates to the commencement ceremony for the Nottawa High School class of 2023. And a very special Happy Father's Day wish to all the fathers out there. And a special shout out to my dad watching from Florida. I love you, Dad. This is the best Father's Day gift ever, right, Dads? Today I am joined by a host of dignitaries, including school administrators and local leaders. I am pleased to welcome Board of Education members Carol Ann Brown, Jonathan Kapstein, Chris Matta, Woodbury's First Selectman Barbara Perkinson, Bethlehem's First Selectman, my husband Stephen Sorty. Happy Father's Day, honey. And in addition, we have the Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Fernandez, our Director of Student Services, Ms. Erickson, and our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Murphy. Thank you all for being here today. I'd also like to acknowledge Maddie Willis and Luke Chinatempo, our class marshals that are leading the class. Thank you all for being here. I'd also like to thank the people who made this ceremony happen. Thanks to our custodians for putting up with me. I want the chair this way. No, I need it slanted a little bit more. No, the podium needs to move, and they were great working with me. Dr. Bouchard and Mr. Michaels and our past grad, Donnie Gamsjagger, for all of the sound and live streaming and all the technology that goes with a ceremony like this. I hope that some of you have people at home watching live stream that can't be with us because it's phenomenal. It's really a professional production, thanks to all of them. And Mr. McLean and Mrs. Gutierrez for putting this whole ceremony together. They are party planners for the graduation, so thank you to them. And those of you that came in from the south saw the signs on Main Street. They were there an extra day because obviously we were postponed a day. Those are our gift to the grads, Nottawa High School's gift to the grads. So we thank you for the tradition that we've carried on. We actually started the signs during COVID, that year of COVID, when we couldn't have a gathering like this, and how can we celebrate our grads? So we worked with the town, and the signs started that year, and since then we have people that really enjoy seeing your faces as they drive down Route 6. But they only enjoy them for a little while. So if you can take those signs today sometime as you leave, the signs go to your yard next, all right? Some other housekeeping. In front of the Ag Science Building, there are bathrooms, more programs, and water. And if anybody would be more comfortable watching this live stream from the auditorium, which our auditorium is beautiful, you can head into the front, and our auditorium is right there. It's on a large screen, if anybody would feel more comfortable. And before I address the class, I'd like to take a brief moment on what has become a tradition at Nanawag. Each year, the graduating class passes our Nanawag Spirit Spoon to the incoming senior class. A little history about the spoon. It appeared during the fall soccer season of 2018, and our students embraced it, and it became part of school events and athletic activities. It's a sign of our unending school spirit and pride. I mean, nobody can say we're not original. No other school has a spirit spoon, but we do. So I'm going to ask Lux and Sage to come up here and give the spoon to Mr. Curtin, who will assure that it gets passed on to the next class. You're not going to lose that, right? Nope. Okay, good. All right, class of 2023. I want to say how grateful I am for having the opportunity to have taken this journey through high school with you. It all began September 5th, 2019, with you as freshmen and me as your principal. Today, June 18th, 2023, we will end our time at Nanawag together, having created memories that will be remembered forever. Our journey began pre-pandemic, and it will end post-pandemic, and we have experienced everything in between, and it was an experience. The last 4 years have allowed you to appreciate flexibility and compromise, case in point yesterday. You worked hard, you made sacrifices, you achieved success, and you reached your goals that will prepare you for the hopes and excitement of your future. As one chapter of your life closes, a new chapter begins. Remember, today's commencement ceremony is a celebration, not of an ending, but of a new beginning. Commencement is the act of starting out or blazing a new trail, and that is what we will do as we leave Nanawag High School. Our journey has taken us to new places with some overarching lessons. I'd like to remind you of what you already know and maybe a few things you need to know. You will graduate with 13 years of education. I will retire with 35 years experience in education. That being said, I get to offer a few pieces of advice and wisdom that I believe in and I hope will be helpful to you. Here we go. Technology is no replacement for human connection. And that one came from a fleeting memory of the last 3 months of your freshman year when it was just you and your Chromebook. Understand the difference between crisis and inconvenience. There is a difference. Thank service members. You can have any political stance you desire, but understand that the reason that you can voice your opinions in life is because of them. Smile. It's the simplest gift you can give, and it costs nothing. Credit cards are not free money, no matter how the credit card company tries to spin it. Right, parents? You really don't have to post, tag, tweet, snap, record, TikTok every aspect of your life. Put down your phones, look each other in the eye, and have a conversation from time to time. I got some backup on that one. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Call your mom and dad, visit your grandparents. As you get older, you will appreciate them more and realize the sacrifices they made to get you where you are today. You will also realize they are more right than you think. In fact, let's take a look around at the powerful support system that you have here. I want you to look out there at those who love you, cared for you, encouraged you during the last 18 years of your life. Your turn. Applaud them. They'll be applauding you all day. Manners go a long way. I repeat, a long way. Being polite does not make you soft, it makes you likable. Listen first, talk later. Once people experience being listened to, they are more likely to listen in return and be open to what you have to say. Always stay humble and kind. I wanted to read the lyrics from the song Humble and Kind, sung by Tim McGraw, but that would have taken way too long. So listen to it and live by it. Generations that have faced the most turn out to make the biggest difference, and you are one of those generations. And finally, photos are a return ticket to a moment otherwise gone. We take a lot of photos. Swiping through your phone to look at them is fun, but it's still no comparison to actually holding a real printed photo. And to that end, so that you leave here today with a return ticket to this moment, each of you will receive from me a printed copy of the picture that we took together before we came out here today. Class of 2023, I am proud of you. I believe in you guys, and I love you guys. This is the photo you will get. All right. We would now like to acknowledge some students for their accomplishments. The following students from the graduating class of 2023 of Nottowag High School are being recognized for outstanding academic achievement. Please come forward. The class essayist, Mallory Tomkowski. Just stand there. The salutatorian, Jack Rubaha. And the valedictorian for the class of 2023, Rebecca Varnum. I'd also like to recognize and thank our class president, Madison Dannenhofer, for her service to the class. Maddie? All right, thank you guys. The next group that I'd like to recognize this morning is for their dedication to studies, which has resulted in the ranking of the top 10% of the graduating class. I'll ask that each student stand and remain standing as your name is called. Lux Kalo. Zoe Cole. Gretchen Davis. Helena DeCastro. Daniel Foster. Samantha Molson. Leah Murphy. Paulina Milas. Emma Permini. Nicholas Rose. Jack Rubaha. Benjamin Shea. Anna Shapenis. Mallory Tomkowski. Rebecca Varnum. Owen Vincent Guerra. And Max Wolf. Congratulations. Thank you. Each year, the Board of Education awards are presented to students for outstanding achievement in specific areas of study. Students will receive a plaque to recognize this honor. As your name is read, please come forward. Mr. Matta, if you'll come and join us in the front, and the plaques. For outstanding achievement in the field of mathematics is Jack Rubaha. Right up, please. In the area of history and social studies, Helena De Castro. In the area of English, Zoe Cole. Science is Jack Rubaha. Business, Lux Kalo. Technology education is Shayna Olick. World languages, Gabriela Fernandez. Culinary arts, Lauren Paps. Art is Ileana Groban. Agri-science, Ryan Wicklin. Music, Michaela Pellino. And citizenship, Jamie Page. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce the salutatorian of the class, Jack Rubaha, to offer a few words.
Hello all, parents, relatives, friends, faculty, teachers, administrators, and of course, my classmates graduating today. Graduation speeches commonly encapsulate what each and every one of us can associate with our home for the previous 4 years. They often highlight the favorite events of the past 4 years. They often summarize the greatest struggles of the class. They often ponder how shared experiences over time spent here have shaped us. But in examining these traits of a speech, I soon realized that Nanawag is much more than the collective moments we have amassed. This place is unique to each and every one of us. My favorite events vary widely from everyone else's. Look to the left and right, and you'll see a classmate with their own set of favorite experiences, probably 100% different from yours, especially because they seated us alphabetically. So instead of discussing what might be something each of you can relate to, or trying to make my quite frankly terrible jokes land, or even trying to match DJ Denman's rhyming skills, I want to highlight what the past at Nanawag means for our future away from Nanawag. We will all, barring disaster, be graduating in well under 2 hours. So what comes next? As I said before, that can be anything, and based on our assortment of students is literally everything. From pilots to arborists to doctors to business people, our grade has it all. What I want to impart upon each one of us as we go forward into the great unknown is to keep growing. Like the very school that is in its infancy post-renovation, we are still in our early moments of learning. Nanawag prepared us all academically, and we should keep that in mind, that the learning should not stop, our growth should not halt. We have all been shaped by our dedicated teachers, but let's not prevent the world from continuing to shape us for the better. When we see an opportunity to advance ourselves, let's take it. Our grade has never shied away from opportunity over the last 4 years, so why should that stop now? There is a lot that can be said about our class. Curiosity is something I hear often. It is truly the root of the growth we have all experienced. I can think back to freshman year when we all first met each other. I remember the first day of class when one student bombarded our 9th grade world civilizations teacher with a perpetual fury of questions. Come the second day of class, however, the same student not only became the teacher's favorite student to make jokes about, but the student also became the most informed about the school. Asking the questions, inquiring about the unknown, that is what makes growth happen. We just need to carry that virtue on to whatever comes next, and we will have a leg up. And when we seek these gains and continue to develop as responsible society members of tomorrow, I bet everyone is taking some time to think about how you got there. I'm sure we're all reminiscing and picking out long since past moments to symbolize our 4 years here. In between bouts of denial, I am too. I'm not saying to dwell on the past, but commemorate it occasionally, as every accomplishment you make is not without credit to something in your history. I can say for sure I will be moving on to be a biochemist because of my teachers, and I can continue my love of running because of my coaches. Just take a moment, one moment, to think about one achievement you have or will make, or one obstacle you will overcome, all thanks to Nanawag. This school is nothing short of unique. We weren't just recipients of new skills, information, or traits. We also gave some of our own personalities to shape this school. We have spent 4 years soaking in the new facilities, but also spent 4 years giving these facilities meaning. With the VOAG program, the receptive administration, and the various student leadership clubs, Nanawag has its own identity from our collective novelties. And when you are out in the world, starting a new job, entering a new school, joining a new group, I persuade you all to make that impact. It doesn't only benefit yourself, but as I described earlier, but it benefits the place you call home. So, when you are leaving here for the last time as a student in just a few minutes, take what has made you unique, what has made Nanawag different for every one of us and different in itself, and bring that forth into the unknown. Because the unknown is a temporary construct ready for us to illuminate it. Congratulations, Nanawag Chiefs, class of 2023.
Next, I invite our class valedictorian, Rebecca Barnum, to the podium.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank you all for attending the Nanawag High School Class of 2023 graduation ceremony. A huge thank you to the administrators, Ms. Sorty, Dr. Fernandez, Ms. Lewis, and Mr. Curtin, as well as the Board of Education for guiding us through our years at Nanawag and ensuring a great high school experience for all of us. Thank you to the teachers and staff who have changed our lives here in this building and given us an amazing foundation of knowledge to apply towards whatever we choose to do in the future. And to all of the friends and family attending today, thank you. We would not have gotten here without you. In my preparations to write this speech, I have heard many words of advice from my classmates. I have really heard it all. Don't make it too long, or make it funny, or don't make it sad, or do make it sad. And at first, I was kind of irritated by all of these suggestions being thrown at me. But after I did some thinking, I thought, why shouldn't other people have a say? I am definitely not the most qualified person to send off this class by far. When I first found out that I was a valedictorian, I wasn't even sure how to spell valedictorian, and it sounds kind of unbelievable, but I think it attests to the fact that everyone possesses a different kind of intelligence. Sure, I may have high grades, but smartness is definitely multifaceted, and I have seen a different kind in every single person in this graduating class. We've been through a lot in our past 4 years, but I'm sure by now you're tired of hearing about the global pandemic and uncertain times, because frankly, after only less than 4 years, it's dated, and it's kind of hard for me to add this part in without cringing. Despite our class withstanding COVID for all of our high school experience, that is not what makes us a remarkable class. What truly makes us a strong class is all that we have done outside of COVID. I could probably stand up here for hours just listing all of the incredible accomplishments from all of our sports teams, our incredible FFA program at our school, and the variety of different clubs that we offer. I won't bore you because I'm sure you already know. Outside of just those material accomplishments, graduating high school is no simple feat. I know that every single student sitting here today has faced incredible obstacles and hardships throughout their high school career. Whether it be due to mental health, experiencing a loss, or anything in between, we have all experienced something that has set us back that isn't entirely physical. Personally, that is what truly impresses me about a person, their ability to persevere through obstacles that aren't perfectly tangible, or may be difficult to label with just a few words. Mental health is something that has had a growing importance and relevance in my life as I have moved through my years in high school. Oftentimes, I have sacrificed it for the sake of school. And despite the fact that those sacrifices may have allowed me to stand up here today, my advice to you is don't. Nothing is more precious to you than your mental health, and it will follow you throughout your life, into college or your career, and way beyond. Being on top is ultimately obsolete because outside of Nonawag High School in Woodbury, Connecticut, in like the middle of nowhere, no one cares who is number one. What truly matters is you, the person you have to accept for the rest of your life. Overall, I think we are pretty incredible. I know that all of us in this class are going to find success in our own way, even if it isn't through a traditional path. As we bid farewell, I wish each and every one of you the best, and I express my deepest gratitudes for all of the memories and lessons you've taught me. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2023, and remember, an end is only a beginning in disguise.
Thank you, Rebecca. And now we have a musical performance for your enjoyment. Nonawag High School Orchestra and Concert Choir will be performing Rainbow Connection. Our senior class president will now address the class. I'd like to invite Maddie Dannenhofer to the podium.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending the graduation of the class of 2023. I want to apologize in advance for any emotional pauses I take during this speech, but I've learned that just like all others, is a privilege. And at least I know my mom is probably crying more than I am right now. The African proverb, "It takes a village to raise a child," has truly followed not only myself, but the rest of this class as well. From our families, friends, community members, teachers, administrators, coaches, mentors, and everyone who has helped shape us to be who we are today, thank you. With that, I would like to dedicate this speech not only to the village that raised me, but to the people that saved my life. As many of you know, 10 months ago, I got into a car accident that I was lucky to escape alive. After being extricated from my flip car, it was found that I had a concussion, bruised lung, fractured sternum, broken hip, and had broken both of my legs in multiple spots each. From the people who held my hand, the people who helped me recover both physically and mentally, and to all people who ensured that I had a smile on my face while recovering, even if it meant stealing my wheelchair to do wheelies in the cafeteria. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Standing here or walking to receive my diploma would not have been possible without any of you. Before I get started, I want to get a quick point of view. It's 10:06 on Memorial Day, and I just got home from my best friend's house. I'm tired and I smell like smoke, but it's 19 days before graduation, and I get to give a speech. I'm freaking out because the clock is ticking and time is running out, but I'm staring at a blank page after scrapping my 6th attempt at a speech intro. I decided I'm just going to start and see how it turns out. I'm going to try writing it again for the 7th time. So I changed the font size to 12, changed the font to Times New Roman, and changed the spacing to double. English teachers, you're proud of me. In terms of change, this class has truly learned the definition of change to a T, and how to adjust to the adversity that comes with it. From going through 4 Spanish teachers in 8th grade, to adjusting the high school curriculum, through COVID and our several schedule changes, through masks and Zoom meetings, construction, and ducking under wires as we maneuvered our way to class. We have had to learn to be successful through these changes no matter what, and no matter how hard they were. We have persevered through hardship and pain, through physical and emotional distances that once made us feel a lack of community. But as time progressed and we experienced more loss of family members, a friend and classmate, a loss of the things we love, and as lots of us said goodbye to the people and things we cherish in the community, we rallied around each other without fail. One of the true beauties of this class is the relationships we have made with each other. Relationships, friendships, and immaculate romances that I know will last a lifetime. You can see just some of these relationships in pictures with Joe, Nick, and Ryan laying in front of them, or in the hallways when trying to avoid the massive group hugs of Dylan and his friend group. In life, as long as you stick by the people you're close to, I think you can avoid getting lost or misplaced like Alex did in Times Square. Through high school, I have always been told that life is what you make of it. And if there's anything this class does, it's put their all into the things they are passionate about. They are truly some of the most hardworking and dedicated people I know. Whether it's working ridiculously long hours at our jobs on top of academics, our passion for the agriculture department and FFA chapter, our sportsmanship and strength in athletics, especially Maddie and Emma absolutely bodying people in powder puff football. Our talents in arts and music, robotics, business, honor society, clubs, and schoolwork. All of these things have led to our class being recognized for our achievements through the school, the town, the state, the region, the East Coast, and even nationally. And let's not forget going out with a bang as our baseball team made school history by winning the state championship just last week. There is no doubt in my mind that every person graduating today will continue to be hardworking and passionate, helping them to be successful in their endeavors. The people sitting behind me have persevered through a great deal of challenges and hardship, physical, mental, and intellectual, We never allow limitations or doubts put upon us to minimize our successes. In pushing past limitations and hardship, it has made our celebrations so much more enjoyable. In pushing past between rushing courts, jumping up and down, screams of excitement and cheering each other on, along with screaming the home of the Chiefs at the end of the national anthem, group hugs and mosh pits at homecoming and prom, these passionate celebrations will be something I will forever miss, along with memories of the ESPN table, getting squirt soda banned from courtside, parting the Red Sea, hearing booms screamed after made three-pointers, rallying around a 3-foot metal spoon, getting it stolen, and welcoming Superintendent Murphy to our school after it had just been broken by banging it on the gym floor. I will forever miss the excitement and adrenaline that this school has brought me, as well as my classmates, who will always ask for a writing utensil and never return it, make a senior day team called the Shrimps, get the cops called on them for peacefully watching a sunrise, occasionally having to ask for a slice of paper, and even if it means having to drive over the monstrous speed bump every morning, inhaling toxic amounts of baby powder at Under the Lights games, or reliving the Empathy Project, I'd do anything to have just one more of these celebrations with this amazing group of graduates. Please remember in the next chapters of your life to stay close to those you love, stay passionate about the things you do, always celebrate your successes, push limitations and boundaries, drive safely, and make the most of your lives. And just like an 8-run fourth inning where the hits were contagious, your attitude is as well. In the words of Officer O'Toole, smile more often and the world will smile with you. Keep going and get the job done, everyone. I cannot wait to see the places you'll go. Thank you, and congratulations to the Onawag's class of 2023.
Nice job. Thank you, Maddie. That was great. Please welcome our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Murphy, to share a few words with the class.
Thank you, Mrs. Sorty. Good morning, graduates, parents, family members, and staff. It is my distinct pleasure to be here this morning to address the 2023 graduating class. Today is a day to reflect on the past 4 years and chart a path for the next journey in your life. You are here because of your diligence and attention to detail. You have overcome so many obstacles during your career at Nonawak High School. When I think of your astounding perseverance, as Maddie touched upon, I think of one of the signers of the fundamental rights of Old Woodbury, which in the late 1600s included Bethlehem. Through the Woodbury and Bethlehem Historical Societies, I learned how one young man, Mr. John Miner, overcame many challenges. John Miner was a captain in the militia, a deacon in the church, and a surveyor. While doing this vital job of surveying land for deeds, he picked up a good deal of the local Native American dialect. This accomplishment was of great value through its first years in assuring good relations with Native Americans. John Miner still has relatives living in Bethlehem and Woodbury today. Through John Miner's perseverance and tenacity, Woodbury never had any trouble with their Native American neighbors. As I think of John Miner's accomplishments, I think of the class of 2023's accomplishments. You have overcome the pandemic and not only survived, but thrived during the renovation project. You have donated your time to numerous charity organizations. You have been recognized as National Merit Scholars, earned national and state acknowledgments in agri-science and art, earned sportsmanship awards, and achieved academic and athletic awards, and yes, the first state baseball championship in the school's history. In addition, a boys tennis state finals appearance as well. Big round for the tennis team as well. The most important attribute of the class of 2023, however, is your character. The ability to think of others rather than yourselves. The ability to always think of the greater good separates you from your peers. Your kindness and compassion is unparalleled. The class of 2023 has embodied the district's vision of a learner attributes. One of the most important attributes is empathy. You have demonstrated tremendous empathy as you lost a loving classmate from Nonawak High School, Tristan Ocasio. His life will forever be remembered for his kindness and empathy. You are uplifted by Tristan's spirit every single day. I am heartened that you will leave Nanaug High School with gratitude. I know that you are grateful for your parents' love and support. They were always by your side for the glorious and trying times in your lives. I know that you are grateful for the staff at Nanaug High School for guiding you through the last 4 years. The staff has been steadfast in their support of you. I know that you are grateful for the special relationships that you have developed with your friends. You will cherish these relationships the rest of your lives. As I was ruminating about my speech today, I started to think about the shoulders that I've stood upon during my journey in life. My father was a longtime educator in the Waterbury Public Schools for almost 40 years. I am grateful for his love and mentorship during my life. My father instilled in me the ability to persevere and demonstrate empathy. He always taught me to treat people the way I wanted to be treated. I come from a family of 7. I'm one of 5 children who grew up in an Irish family in the East End of Waterbury. We always had everything we needed, but not everything we wanted. My siblings were instilled with a strong work ethic that is still evident today. I'm cognizant deep in my heart that your work ethic and humanity will lead you to be trailblazers in your career path. You are born leaders that will maximize your potential in every one of your endeavors. In closure, Principal Sorty has always reminded me that Nanaug High School is a family, a community of learners that brings out the best in others. This truly is self-evident. Nanaug High School's class of 2023 has endured, thrived, and prospered during challenging times. I wish you all the best as you start your next journey in your life. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Before we proceed to the next part of the graduation ceremony, I'd like to make a special announcement. As you know, Principal Pam Sorty will be retiring from Nanaug High School after 20 years in Region 14. Mrs. Sorty has left a tremendous legacy of integrity, honesty, and compassion. In honor of Mrs. Sorty, the Nanaug High School Counseling Conference Room will forever be named the Pam Sorty Conference Room. Mrs. Sorty's legacy, yes, great round of applause. Mrs. Sorty's legacy will live forever at Nanaug High School. Congratulations, Principal Sorty.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. That's wonderful. Thank you. I don't have words for that. It's very special. All right. At this time, before we present diplomas to the class members, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge one of our students that we lost tragically in March of this year. Tristan Acacio was a member of this year's graduating class of 2023. Tristan's family is here with us today to receive an honorary diploma in Tristan's name. Will the Acacio family please come forward at this time? In memory of Tristan, I present you with his honorary Nanaug High School diploma. Our thoughts and prayers are with you and will continue to be with you and the family. Okay. And now, the moment that you've all been waiting for, I will invite our class advisor, Mr. Brennan, to the podium to read the names as we do the presentation of diplomas.
Rebecca Michelle Varnum. Jack Christian Rubaha. Mallory Grace Tomkowski. Madison K. Dannenhofer. Logan Thomas Dallas Grant. Madison Riley Abrams. Destiny Isabella Acevedo. Hamza Asipi. Robert Leslie Assard. Michael John Bambino. Jenna Joy Barnes. Logan Grant Beaupre. Gabriella Marie Berardis. Chloe May Bombero. Nicholas Robert Bona. Elijah Aaron Brochu. James Charles Brooks. Kaylin Cahill. Alyssa Ann Calabrese. Lux Paget Kalo. Alexandra May Carrington. Madeline Elizabeth Chalker. Dylan Joseph Chung. Sarah Kylie Cipriani. Sophia Isabella Cipriano. Zoe Catherine Cole. Samantha Jane Conti. Michael Aiden Cooper. Paul Francis Capola. Kayla Ann Cody. Andrew Coy. Emily Lynn Crawford. Phoebe Rain Criscolo. John Paul Cuccia. Charlotte Taylor DeAlexander. Gabriella Faith Daniele. Brett Christopher Davino. Gretchen Elizabeth Davis. Elena Teresa DeCastro. Jade Mariah DeLeo. Eric Joseph Delorier. Corbin James Delane. Haley Marie Dimitratos. Nicole Eve Dion. Rachel Lily Marie Dione. Sophia Denisovna Dmitrieva. Halfway home. Michaela Alexis Domain. Hannah Rose Ely. Lily Shea Fairbairn. Benjamin James Faraci. Christian Frederick Farrell. Gabriela Souza Fernandez. Vincent Donald Fortin. Daniel Shea Foster. Nora Catherine Galvin. Brooke Paige Geary. Fiona Lee Gengenbach. Kayla Lynn Gilberti. Ezekiel Julian Gonzalez. Clinty Lindor Gorka. Maggie Gorka. Bianca Rose Gracia. W. Andrew Green, Jr. Eliana Lee Grobin. Caden Ryan Gillette. Kalia Ashley Hall. Bryce Chandler Harding. Zacharias Frederick Hellwinkle. Alyssa Marie Hodges. I should have changed it. Timothy John Humiston. Rachel Leah Hungerford. Zoe Catherine Grace Inglis. Madison Rose Innes. Cody L. Kellogg. Christopher Patrick Kemp. Lindsay Marie Kolesnik. Chase Kostrana. Cody Richard Kostrana. Michael William LaFauci. Carly Sage LaMadeline. Daniel Joseph LaVirtue. Caitlin Diane Lewis. Emily Grace Lungarini. James Thomas Malkin. Morrow Michelle Mandible. Emma Marks. Caroline Rose Martinetto. Sage Patricia Morrow. Julia Kathleen McAllister. Kylie Ray McDonald McGrath. Trayden William Madonis. Kate Emerson Makowski. Samantha Lynn Molzen. Kaylee Megan Moore. Reagan Whitney Moran. Ethan Graham Mosher. Leah Ann Murphy. Polina Romanovna Milas. Alex Jeffrey Nicholas. Nikita Jeffrey Nicholas. Michael Oneka Odumegu. Shayna Patricia Olick. Madeline Jane Oroz. Lauren Ann Pabst. Adam Christopher Paganelli. Jamie Lynn Page. Matthew Pasquale Palumbo. Nicholas George Panafino. Richard Paul Paulino. Sophie Stephanie Pape. Geneva Amani Palowski. Joseph Stephen Pelletier. Michaela Ann Bodner Pellino. Nicholas Ethan Penrosa. Mackenzie Ann Fall. Amelia Suzanne Pillis. Ryan John Ponte. Emma Grace Premini. Leah Renee Quijano. Diego Alejandro Razo. Sierra Jasmine Reynolds. Genevieve Amber Richmond. Brian Richard Root. Nicholas Daniel Rose. Armand Rugovac. Nicholas Joseph Sakamani. Peyton Eli Sagendorf. McKenna Jade Santier. Mason Joseph Santos. Mia Dominique Santos. Samuel Mitchell Scott. Ryan James Sataro. Benjamin Timothy Shea. Carly Jean Shook. Anna Rose Shupenis. Ricky Lynn Smith. Anna Maria Isabella Solicito. Riley Nicole Sousa. Victoria Elizabeth Stepik. Benjamin Scott Stewart. Evelyn Grace Stone. Jonathan Patrick Sullivan. Christian Leander Swanson. Timothy John Sweeney. Danielle Ann Sorodiak. John Ethan Thomas. Nicholas Petros Samos. George Robert Ulrich. Joseph Charles Velke III. Noah Vincent. Owen Vincent Vincagera. Neil Austin Waits. Sarah Jean Walsh. Catherine Ann Wardowski. Casey Lee Watson. Jacob Daniel Wells. Jack Thomas Wendell. Ryan Patrick Wickland. Lewis David Williamson. Ava Lynn Witt. Max Joseph Wolf.
All right, how about a big round of applause for all of our graduates? That was awesome. That was great. Wasn't that great, guys? That was great. Let's see where we are here. Mr. Murphy's coming up.
Class of 2023, please rise. By the authority given to me by the state of Connecticut, I confer upon you a Nanook High School diploma on this 18th day of June in the year 2023. Congratulations.
It's official. Maddie Dannenhofer, come on up and give your last command.
All right, guys, flip it. Yay. Ready? Set, go.
Well done, everyone. So, right now, Kaya, Connor, and Jay, Aaron, you guys are going to get the plastic on the stands for us, okay? Put them in the